What's going on, man? Ooh, yeah, that burns good, baby. Yeah. So what's going on, baby? William Barry here, coming at you with another video. You know, I had this plan to start tackling Legends of Runeterra videos, break down the lore, the implications, the animations, talk about how dope it all is. Because Legends of Runeterra is a really good game, and I really stand by it. But instead of doing that, I have spent the last 4 hours trying to make this video, trying to come at you about something serious within League of Legends. And I am like so close to quitting League. I just got back too. Let me say something about why. I'm not leaving League because of the terrible balancing job they do. I'm not leaving League because I'm bored of it. And I'm not necessarily leaving League right now either. I'm on the fence about it. And this is me trying to air that shit out. So, I love League of Legends. I've been playing League of Legends religiously since Season 5, and I've had my account since Season 3. I have spent over $9,000 in League of Legends. I own every skin you can get. I own damn near every fucking ward. I own every emote. I have hundreds upon hundreds of chromas. So let me be clear. I have supported League of Legends not only financially, but all of those numbers I just said pale in comparison to the amount of time I've put into League of Legends. I remember when Donkey quit League, everyone was blown away that he had over 4,000 games on the platform. Donkey's numbers pale significantly compared to mine. My account says I have 4,000 wins, 4,000 losses in normal drafts alone. I have played more than 1,200 ranked games total since Season 3, and I have more than 2,000 games in Team Builder, something that many people don't remember, which was my favorite thing ever. I also have hundreds of games on Earth and all of the other various things that Riot has released. But I also have about 3,000 ARAM games as well. I've played a lot of League of Legends, and I'm not even a full-time content creator. I have a job that I do that I spend typically anywhere between 8 to 12 hours a day doing, while also having a YouTube channel that I do, and also streaming, and also trying to be a musician, and also trying to be a video game critic, and also playing and beating some of the hardest games ever made. So, yeah, I don't have a life outside of my hobbies. That's all I am. Hobbies, work. So, I am not someone who has not put in time in League of Legends, and I'm not someone that hasn't committed every dollar that I could to League of Legends. So, I want that to be prefaced because, yes, the problem that I have right now is a small problem for a majority of people. But it is still a problem. And I need to bring it up and I need to air it out because this is going to be my thought process ultimately that will help me decide whether or not I'm leaving this game altogether. Because I don't want to. I love League of Legends. I love Arcane. I love the music. I love Pentakill. I love KDA. I love True Damage. I love numerous characters, numerous stories. And, bro, even though Yasuo is the funnest thing in the game to play, I am in love with Pantheon and GP. I have played the Ruined King game, and I have 100%ed it on Xbox. I am not someone that wants to walk away from a franchise that I have fully supported, both here on YouTube, both on game, and both financially. But I cannot stand by when my morals are being challenged. Look, Riot has just come out with the new Essence store. And yes, I'm not a fan of the old Essence store. I thought the gemstones were bullshit. I've never really liked the battle passes, but I've bought in almost every single one because I like to support League and there's not much else for me to buy. My typical time in League of Legends is buying a battle pass, re-rolling a bunch of fucking orbs, and then getting all of the exclusive content that comes out for those passes. That has recently changed with the new Mythic update. Now, in order to get those things, you need to either play the game, because I've reached out to Riot support about this, and they were like, oh yeah, we just want you to earn them. Which I'm cool with. Cool. Yeah, make them exclusive to earning. But I got a question. Is there a difference between earning those things or buying the tokens then give you, or buying the orbs that give you tokens? So if they aren't earned exclusively through earning them and you can still buy them, then why can't I reroll for them? You aren't earning them if you buy your tokens, which you get via buying orbs. They're still being purchased and anyone can get them at an absorbent amount of money. Not only is that patently absurd, but bruh, that's wrong. It's either one or the other. And if it's the other, such as you can buy them, then you should be able to reroll for them. What the fuck is the point of a loot box if you can't get something dope out of it? If you go out and buy a fucking pack of cards, a Pokemon pack of cards or Magic, you know what happens? There's this magical thing that can happen. Though it is like a form of gambling to an extent. I mean, you're still buying a product. You just don't know what the product is. But there's still a chance you can get something dope. You can still get something rare. Like one of the rarest cards ever made. They make that. Like, that's a thing. That's the point of opening cards. That's the adrenaline rush of doing it. It's why you fucking make loot boxes to begin with. That is the entire premise behind them, besides to generate money for your company. Bruh. So if you take away the ability to get those things, and then hide things behind a paywall, and then masquerade it as an effort thing, bro, what are you honestly doing? You're only cucking a small percentage of people, but it's also a negative impact on the system at large. Yes, it's bullshit that I can't reroll for my stuff, but it's also even more bullshit that you're taking them out of the entire fucking pool. You cannot earn those unless you either buy the loot, an absorbent amount, or you put in an absorbent amount of time. Both are already shitty options because your battle pass is dog shit. It's not like you're playing Fortnite where you get points for doing virtually anything. You have to win games in League of Legends in order to maximize your profit gain. But you're playing with 5 or 4 random retards. Like, dude, what? You can't control your team. And I'm not saying, like, bruh, you're not supposed to even win every game. The game is manufactured for you to lose at least 50% of what you do. Like, that's the metric they base their champions scaling off of. Is a champion winning 54%? They must be broken. So, like, obviously you're meant to lose games. So why are you not rewarding players for their time and investment? You're just cutting that in half, saying your time isn't as valuable as this other person's time because they just happened to win a match. Your performance is irrelevant in the equation. It's not ranked. It's a battle pass. Bruh, you're supposed to be just letting me get the shit that I'm paying for. Or maybe you just scrap your shitty battle pass, or you make it to where the battle pass is just supplementative to what's going on. It's not the entire event itself, because it's fucking stupid. Why are you making it to where you earn things through effort, but you can still buy them if you're willing to fork over hundreds of dollars, my guy? That's kind of antithetical to the process of earning them through effort. It's either one or the fucking other. Otherwise, you are fucking lying through your teeth and you're trying to maximize your profits. But we already know this. And this is where my biggest complaint comes in. Riot is incapable of doing anything to fix their shit. Everyone for the last 3 years complained about the state of champions coming up broken. It's taken them almost 2 years. They're like a year and a half right now into Udyr's fucking visual update. Do you know why they stopped doing like 3 updates a year? 3 or 4? Because they don't make money off of those. and they sell the champions for the initial pool that they made it. So they invest all this time and money and resources into something, and then they don't make a buttload of cash. So even though it's updating their game and bringing it to modern standards, that's far less important than releasing something that's broken new. Akshan is a perfect example. When they made Akshan, they made him under the idea that he's going to be overpowered on his passive and the stuff that he can do. So they lowered his numbers. Right? That's a fair trade-off for something that's broken like Akshan. Except Akshan didn't sell well. And yes, there's a whole bunch of reasons for that, such as he's just another sexy guy with his shirt off. Yeah, we have hundreds of those. They've been like 15 in a row. I have a video of it on the channel. Go ahead and check that out. They also tied him to an event that was dog shit, one of the worst events ever in video game history for League of Legends. And he kind of just sucked. And he was hard to play. And you had to figure out and decipher what you could do and what you couldn't do with him. But instead of letting the player base find that out, they overbuffed him almost immediately with 3 hot patch buffs or hot fixes because they had to make sure their new thing sold well. Riot has put their profits before their player base countless times, starting with chromas, going into the achievements, and then now going into these shitty battle passes that are supposed to imitate Fortnite but not do the same things Fortnite does, being consumer friendly. And then now they're cucking you with these new champions that come out, and they're not updating their old shit. That's the problem. Riot is not taking in any consideration of the longevity of their game. They're simply pursuing immediate profits. Because what's going to happen is eventually Riot's going to be like, fuck it, we can no longer maintain League of Legends. We'll just switch over to Wild Rift, who already has a better battle pass. Look at that. Because they want more people to play a Wild Rift because it's not already an established IP. That's going to ride off the back of League of Legends, but League of Legends is so big at this point, everyone's going to play it regardless. It's literally like the national pastime in China and Korea. More people watch League of Legends over there than most people watch modern TV here. And this is fucking America. Everyone here is a fat sack of shit, like myself included, that do nothing but absorb content constantly. So here's my problem with all of this. It has a strong prepondency to just zero in on their profits. It's why every champion that's been released for fucking 5 years has been a super sexy demigod type thing with either nice abs, a nice ass, and a busty physique, because that sells well in China, and China is the primary demographic that they're selling to now. That's why they release those crazy Vero or Louis Vuitton stuff that costs $6,000. And then even though everyone in America was like, that's fucking retarded. What are they doing? This shit sold out overnight. Because they're catering to their massive YouTube audiences or the China, who is willing to buy designer shit because fuck it. It's insane. So they want you to play hundreds of hours of games to unlock basic shit. And the thing that you're trying to unlock is a fucking chroma. Another thing that is so vexing. You can buy a $300 or 300 point chroma, or you can buy a 2,000 point chroma. That's champagne pink. Yeah. But it's the rarity about it. And we're going to make it even harder for people to get, but still let you buy it if you're willing to put in a lot of money. And that's absurd. I supported League of Legends because it wasn't doing that. And they were at the precipice of the free to play market. They literally set the fucking standard. And then it slightly got improved by Fortnite, and they took Fortnite's system but didn't implement all the pro consumer stuff of Fortnite. They just took the system and said, how can we rape people? Let's do that. And they continue to do that. And the perfect example, and the final example I have for you, is just look at solo queue. How many years have people been complaining about Smurfs? How much does it stagnate the game and strangle new players? The thing that could get us even more money. I've been hearing about it since I started. And you know what sucks, my guy? It's such an easy fix. It's not 100% fix, but it's an easy fix. Riot could just implement the same system they have in play for Clash, but for ranked. The main thing that defines your ability to play the game in their mainline game. That sounds smart, right? I'm not crazy here, right? This, what? That should be their primary focus, but it's not. Their focus is money. And you know why that is? Because the more people that smurf, the more concurrent players go up. The more people that jump on alternate accounts, the more they can say, oh, well, this guy, he's worth like 7 accounts. Some people have up to 50. And some people use those accounts all the time. So then one guy then multiplies into numerous guys. And then you get to go like, well, we have like 160 million concurrent players. So you can give that to your stockholders, your investors. You can use that to sell data. You can use that on so many different levels. And it gives you a massive bargaining chip when you can say you're one of the biggest fucking video games in the world. Like, let's put this into consideration. More people have played League of Legends than probably a majority of games combined. Only 46, I think it's 46 billion copies of the entire lifetime of Mario have been sold. And that pales in comparison, even though it's over 40 years of games, to the 10 years of the amount of people that have played League of Legends. So they have a massive incentive to allow these things to happen. And if you need even further anecdotal evidence, you can just look to the characters in game. Alawi came out in Season 5 along with Bard. Both Alawi and Bard still cost a ridiculous amount of money. They cost a ridiculous amount of RP. I'm sorry, not RP, Blue Essence. I apologize. I am entirely trash. I believe you can still see how much they cost, even though like I have them maxed out. I don't entirely know. Because like I've owned every champion since the first year I played, because back in the day it was easier to get champions and easier to get IP, so you could buy more stuff. You used to get IP a win, my guy. You know what you get now? IP once, and if you happen to level up, you could get 90 Blue Essence. You could get 1,000. You can get, you can get some. But it's not the same. And that's my problem. Riot is zeroed in on their profits, and they're leaving their players behind. And even though my complaint is about not being able to reroll for the skins that I want, it's much bigger than that. And this is just a surface level entry into it. I've seen this happening for a long time. And I happily supported League, but I don't know if I can continue to do so. Not when they're so blatantly ripping off their players, and their only bottom line is to make more money. And yeah, it's too big to fail. This video will do nothing about it. But this is more about just airing out my grievances with a multi-billion-dollar company. Because I've reached out to them on numerous occasions. I have 30,000 Orange Essence I can do nothing with. They have no attempt to fix that. They've openly told me that pretty much suck a dick when it comes to re-rolling stuff. Please earn them or buy them, you fucking dicks. I remember the thing that really sticks in my craw today is because I was sending this email, I went through and reread everything that I did as a support ticket. And every time I've reached out to Riot, they have been dicks. Yeah, no, they've said all the right things. They said things nicely. But the bottom line is they're dicks. My final thing that I sent to Riot was about what my problem was with what was going on. And the response was essentially, fuck you. I don't understand the premise of it, and I don't understand the point behind it. But this is exactly what they told me. I understand that you're reaching out because you're concerned about the removal of rerolls. With the addition of legacy prestige skins to the Mythic shop, we're removing Mythic skins, including prestige skins, from loot pools, including rerolls moving forward. Whenever you see something that's described as exclusive, that means that the only way to get it is through the means described at launch, like via event tokens, which you can purchase or earn through play. The only exception will be a small window during the future season start where prestige and mythic skins that are at least 1 year old will temporarily reappear in the loot drop and reroll pools. Which, yeah, sure, cool. But fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. And my biggest complaint was after spending $7,000 at the time and buying everything in the game and fully supporting this game in every way I could. I remember I reached out to them and was like, hey, I followed your Facebook, I followed your YouTube, I followed your Twitter, And there's like 3 skins that you were supposed to give me for free that I never got. And I know you were about, like, either you just discontinued the skins or you're about to. I'm not asking for much here, but is there any way I can get those skins that, you know, I was supposed to get when I did it, but for some reason it never happened? And they were like, no. Like, dude, I gave you $7,000. I'm asking for skins that you gave out to everybody. I'm not trying to twist your arm here, but this is a little silly. I've done all the prerequisites to get these things, and I did them before you canceled the stuff. So give me my shit. And I even bought the Garen one instead of getting it for free. So, like, bruh, suck a dick, fat ass. Thank you for your money. Please continue to play. Now, they didn't say that 100% word for word, but it was more like, oh, we understand these skins are totally awesome, but no. Thank you. And it's like, are you serious? There's like no reason not to. I earn your gold skin every year. Like, I obviously put time into your game. Like, hello, what? So this is my grievance. This is where I'm at. And just thinking about it aloud, man, it just pisses me off that Riot is this stingy, this fucked up, when there's no reason to be. They're a multi-billion-dollar company that made it to where they are through content creators like Total Biscuit, Donkey, and numerous other people that got to spread the word of this really good company. Unfortunately, I never felt like I got to meet that company, because ever since I started playing, they've always been under, either they were under the purchase of Tencent, or they were in the process of doing that. I remember a time when Riot was not dog shit. I remember a time when Riot was just trying to make the best game they could make and not make $1. And maybe it's nostalgia, but I don't think it is, because like I can remember a time when I had thousands of IP and I could never have to like think about buying a character. I remember a time when they let you mystery gift yourself. I remember a time when the first time I opened up a Hextech key, or Hextech, the third Hextech box I opened, chest, I got that exclusive Annie skin. And I was like, this is amazing. This is awesome. So then I put like $100 into the game, bought a shit ton of boxes, broke all of them down for what the orange essence was at the time. And I think I spent like 14,000 orange essence or whatever their equivalent was to build that Annie skin. And the day I got it, even though I had a shitty computer that couldn't even run League at 60 frames, I recorded a video here on this YouTube channel that's still up there today of me getting a pentakill with that skin. And it was a moment, even though it cost me a lot of money, it was a moment that I'm very fond of, because I got something that not everybody had. It was something that many people I knew wanted. And it was something that was at some extent coveted. And it's what made me want to start collecting League of Legends skins in the first place, and then playing this game as it is. And now Riot just says, fuck you. People don't get to experience that anymore because, you know, we want you to pay extra. And that's really shitty. That's really sleazy. And I'm not trying to be loud in this video, and I don't like to be negative like this, but I one time made a video thanking League of Legends for being the last great game studio. And I was naive to make that video, because even though I believed it, I already knew the writing was on the wall. They weren't going to stay that forever. And numerous companies like Capcom, Konami, even Platinum Games and Trigger let me down. They released products that weren't up to par. They did shitty things like on-disc DLC. Capcom, I'm looking at you. They canceled Devil May Cry and pushed it for some stupid new narrative that just shit down the throats of the original product. Riot was like the last one, man. And even them fucked this all up. I really hope that I can make another video about the topics and things that I love in League of Legends and continue to do the reactions and reviews and the dumb shit and the videos that I do. And I really hope that the next time I see you is either in a video talking about something in Legends Runeterra or League of Legends or breaking down a music video, or you can stop by while I'm streaming on the Rift and I get to see you in the environment that I enjoy the most. But a massive part of me feels like this is my last League of Legends video, despite it being like a YouTube career killer. Even though I couldn't really call it a career. I've been doing this for 14 years, but I have made hundreds of videos on the topic. And I hate to say goodbye to the thing that I love, but I don't know if I can support a company that doesn't support its players. I'm not even mad about the money being spent. I'm mad about the time, the investment, the friendships that didn't get the adequate support that they deserved because I was addicted to a fucking game. The times I could have called my parents before, whatever tragedy might hit. The nights I stayed up until 4 o'clock in the morning to wake up at 6 to go to work off of 3 hours of sleep. Just gone. And that is not something that I'm 100% ready to do, but every minute that I think about Riot's personal vendetta for fucking money, like their personal pursuit of it, I just get so fucking mad. Anyway, this video is way too fucking long, and it's like the 5th one I've made already. Like the sun was, like I started at 6 o'clock. It is 10 o'clock now. It has been 4 hours, a bunch more time just wasted on a company that doesn't give a shit. I don't know why I bother.